Hey, this is Danger Dave. I want to do a quick video. This is going to be on a quad that I was having issues when I do punch outs. It would actually, the OSD would still be there, but it would actually just completely just turn gray for, at least 2 seconds or more, which feels like an eternity when you do not have any way to see what you're doing in the goggles. So this is a Dalrc F405, and then down here is a Dalrc engine. I think it's the 50 amp, I believe. So the problem is, let's see if I can get a better picture here. The problem that I'm seeing is you've got basically traces down here. You can barely see it where my R9 wire is for my antenna. But anyway, you got these pads right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. This is a heat sink. But right here, you can see it completely moves, which it shouldn't even move that much. I'm barely putting any pressure on it. So I checked all these, and they feel sturdy. They don't feel like they've got loose. The way I found this issue was kind of a coincidence. So I hooked up the LiPo, and I was actually checking my voltage for my camera to make sure that the voltage regulator is putting out at least 5 volts. Sometimes they'll be a little bit under, right around 4.97 volts, but most cameras are able to have a little buffer there. They'll be able to run just a little bit below 5 volts, as long as it stays stable. As long as your voltage on the regulator does not drop below that, then most of the time a camera will actually run at about 4.97 or somewhere around there. Anyway, but yeah, I was actually probing around and checking to see if I could get my voltage. And once I actually started pushing down on this a little bit, my whole entire system was basically doing like a reboot. This motor, the ESC started, resetting, startup tone. So I believe that's what my problem is. The traces came unsoldered, so I'll have to just take it apart and resolder the ESC pin headers, and hopefully I'll be okay after that. One thing I want to do is my VTX, stupid of me to do, but I had it wired to the flight controller as far as my voltage output, or my input voltage to the VTX. So I'm going to change that around and actually fix it to where it's getting just straight up LiPo voltage. That way it's a lot more stable. You got a lot cleaner video, so you don't have like a voltage that's not as stable, is what I'm trying to get at. So hopefully this helps someone. If you're having just mid-air flights that is basically, the quad's freaking out, resetting itself, you think that it's a brownout, make sure you check the little pin headers down on the ESC. I don't like this design, but a lot of 20 by 20s stacks have went with this design, and I'm sure they have redone design to where it's a little bit better, but still, that's something I would definitely look at if you were to have problems like I've had. So I'll keep it updated on the channel, and I'll let you know if anything does change. and if this has fixed my problem. But so far, that's the only thing I can actually see that could be the problem. Alright, it's Danger Dave, and I hope you're all having a good day or a good night. Thanks.